Oh, I was muted. Sorry, y'all. Muted all that time. Sorry. Forgot I had my mic muted. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this special edition of Thoughts for Vision. Elizabeth and Mark, thank you for joining me on Clubhouse. Thank you so much. 11 years, 11 years of Thoughts for Vision. Celebrating today. And that's what it's about. Celebrating. Celebrating. 11, 11 years of Thoughts for Vision. If you listen to this song, do you let God speak to your heart? That's what it's all about. When you want God to do a work in your life, it's all about being willing to let Him speak into your heart. Just like this song says, let the Lord speak to your heart. I need to share this. Let me share this with on my 11 years of Thoughts for Vision. Thank you so much for all of you that has been following me through this 11-year journey. 11 years of Thoughts for Vision. I say to God be the glory. Listen to the words of the song. Listen to the song. Listen to the words. Do you allow God to speak to your heart? Thoughts for Vision. 11 years of Thoughts for Vision. Just listen to the words of that song. You're never alone. You don't go by yourself. Speak to My Heart. Great song, of course, by the one, the only, Donnie McClurkin. Uh, awesome, awesome song. Just had to start with that. Speak to my heart, Lord. Have you ever allowed the Lord to speak to your heart? As you allow Him to do that, He will share what is on His heart with you. But are you open and willing to listen to what He has to say to you? You know, We have got to be open. We have got to be willing to hear what God wants to say to us, because He wants to speak to us. As I constantly say all the time, God is constantly speaking to us, but are we listening? Are we listening? Are we listening to what God has to say to us? Do we allow God to space to speak into our hearts? We got to allow that God that space to speak into our spirit. When you think about that, speak, Lord. You think about uh you think about the part in Samuel where Samuel kept hearing God speak, but he thought it was his father, and his father instructed him. You know, he instructed Samuel. You know what? When you hear, he realized that it was the Lord speaking to him, and he instructed Samuel. Okay, next time go back in there, and when you hear that voice, say, "Speak, Lord." He instructed Samuel. He was instructing Samuel to no, that's the Lord instructing you. That's the Lord talking to you. He kept coming into the room because he thought that was his natural father speaking, but Eli was instructing him. No, that's your heavenly father speaking to you. So go back in there, and when you hear that voice again, say, "Speak, Lord." See, like Samuel, we have to learn, when we hear God's voice, because God constantly is speaking to us. And we have got to be open and willing to hear what He's speaking to us. We have got to, we have to have that tuned ear. We have to have that tuned ear to hear what God is saying to us. Hi, P. Thank you so much for joining me on Clubhouse. But this is an awesome, awesome day for me as I celebrate 11 years of Thoughts for Vision. Definitely, the show tonight is broadcasting on Facebook Live, as well as Clubhouse. And definitely, if you want to watch it via Facebook Live, two places in which for you to go to the Thoughts for Vision Facebook page, facebook.com/thoughts for vision. Okay. And of course, if you want to go to the profile page, you can go to facebook.com/rich sister, because I shared the show on that page. Facebook.com/rich sister. Rich sister is RICHSISTAH. And of course, I'm broadcasting on Clubhouse as well. And I put up the link for you on Facebook Live to join me on Clubhouse if it's more better for you to check out the show by those means. Okay. And I definitely welcome you to just keep up with me, keep up with Thoughts for Vision. Definitely anything that you want to know about me, Thoughts for Vision, the whole 9 yards, go to my website, www.jacqueline-price.com. Once again, www.jacqueline-price.com. Okay. So I'm just so excited to be celebrating 11 years, celebrating 11 years of Thoughts for Vision. Definitely welcome you, whoever is definitely tuning in via Facebook Live. If you would love to share about what Thoughts for Vision has meant to you, and share a little bit, I welcome you, because I'm doing the show via StreamYard. So I welcome you if you want to come on and share I will definitely send you the link to come on and share. Or, of course, if you want to just comment in the chat room, please feel free to do that. And those of you on Clubhouse, if you just want to either just back channel me some words of congratulations, or if you want to come up on stage, I welcome you to do that. And I definitely want to, I want to at this time share with you some things that just definitely started it all off. I definitely want to start by reading what was my very first blog, because Thoughts for Vision started with the blog 11 years ago. And I want to read the very first blog that I wrote. And to follow my blog, you can check out, just go to my website, jacqueline-price.com, and you will see my blog link, which is located on Blogger. And I want to read the very first blog that I posted. And it's dated Wednesday, October the 20th. It was a Wednesday then, October the 20th. And it was titled, "So Who Are You Really?" There's a verse in the Bible that says that what a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So I pose this question: what kind of person do you want to be? Do you want to be a selfish, prideful, bitter, unforgiving, add any other word that you can think of, person? Or do you want to be the total opposite? Here's the best news: the choice is yours. There isn't a person, situation, circumstance, etc., that can make that decision for you. Only you can. So have the courage to look yourself in the face and ask yourself, who are you really? That's what started it all. That's the blog post that started it all 11 years ago. And from there, it carried on through doing the Thoughts for Vision radio show that lasted 8 years. And just allowing God, like that song said, just continuously allowing God to speak to your heart, because you never know where stepping out on faith can lead you. And I just really encourage you, those who are watching by Facebook Live, those of you that are here on Clubhouse, I just encourage you to just really take that time to decide, like I posted in this first post uh, 11 years ago. Do you have the courage to look yourself in the face and really ask who you are? What are you? What kind of person, number one, are you, and what type of person would you like to be? You know, because we should be constantly growing. We should be constantly growing, you know, being better, doing better, becoming better. And that's what it's all about. You know, we shouldn't be the same person we were 5, 10, 20 years ago. Who are you? Are you constantly taking the time to grow and develop and allow the Lord to change you? It's one of those things. We have got to be available to be used for God's glory. We have got to be willing to make ourselves available to be used by God. We have got to be willing to let him do a work through us. We have got to be willing to allow him to change us through and through. You know, like Samuel said, we have got to allow the Lord to speak to us, speak to our hearts, speak to our spirits, speak to our souls. We have got to be willing to allow God to prune us, purge us, wash us, make us whole. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to allow God, here I am, Lord. Are you willing to say to the Lord, here I am, make me over. Use me, prepare me to be used for your glory. That's a powerful thing to be able to do. And I encourage you out there to really tune up, get a fine ear tuned to really hear what thus said the Lord, to hear what God is saying to you in this season. And this has been one doozy of the season with this pandemic going on and so much that has changed within this year and some change, right? So much has changed about life as we knew it before March of last year. So much has changed. But even in the midst of a pandemic or whatever else that goes on, are you still willing to say, here I am, Lord? Despite what it looks like, despite what goes on, are you still willing to say to God, here I am, use me. Use me for your glory. Use me for your purpose. Are we willing to allow God to put, basically pretty much to do a heart transplant within us? That's the bottom line. We need to have a heart transplant. We need to be men and women of God's own heart. That's what he was able to say about David, that he was a man after his own heart. Are we willing to be men and women after God's own heart? Can God say that about us? Can he look at our lives and say, is he, that he or she is after my own heart? Can God say that about us? Could he say that about how we carry on through life, how we live our lives? I mean, can he say that? Can he say that about us? That's what we really have to search deep in our souls, in our spirits, and really know, know for ourselves. Know for ourselves that God can trust us. That's the bottom line. Can God trust you? Can God trust you? Hi, Ellen. Thank you for coming into the room today. Thank you. On Clubhouse. Thank you. Can God really trust us with what he has for us? As I constantly say, God has a plan and a purpose for our lives. God has a plan and a purpose for our lives. You know, But we have got to prepare ourselves for his plan, for his purpose. We have got to be willing to be those vessels for him. You know, are you willing to allow God to use you? You got to ask yourself that question. Am, am I doing everything that I can, Lord, to make space for you to enter in? See, we got to make the space, because we can crowd ourselves. I mean, so much is going on all the time, and it can create noise. And so much noise is going around us that it can drown God's voice out. It can drown God's voice out. All the noise that is going around us can drown God's voice out. Are you willing to kill all of that noise so you can really hear from God? That's a question that we all have to ask ourselves. Are you willing to drown out all of that noise? Get all of that noise out of your ear gate. Who are you listening to? You know, are you willing to, like they say, I gate, ear gate, any kind of other gates that are open? Are you willing to tailor yourself, tailor what you're hearing, tailor where you're going, tailor what you're doing? What gate do you have open? What gate is open, that where you have to, okay, you know what, this ain't gonna work, me having you in my life. You know what? This is not gonna work, me going to this specific place. You know what? This is not gonna work, me doing this specific thing, because it's blocking out God's voice. See, dealing with you, sir or madam, going to this place, doing this specific thing is drowning out God's voice. I got to cut you loose, because I need to hear from God. You blocking. In a nutshell, you blocking, that place is blocking, that thing is blocking. I gotta clear these roadblocks out so now I can hear from God. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to clear out all of the roadblocks in your life so that you can hear God's voice clearly? He has a plan, He has a purpose for your life. That's the bottom line. You got to know that He is not a respecter of persons. God is not a respecter of persons. He doesn't play favorites. He has a plan. He has a purpose for your life. If you definitely, those of you on Clubhouse, if you'd like to share about what I'm speaking on, please feel free to join the conversation. I definitely welcome your thoughts on as I'm speaking, to really tune that fine ear and hear the voice of the Lord. I welcome you to come up if you'd like to share on what I'm speaking of. Are you tuned in to God's voice where you can hear him clearly? Or do you have these roadblocks? If you've had these roadblocks, how did you get past these roadblocks to hear from the Lord? But I just thank God. I thank God each and every day. I thank God each and every day for a mind that is stayed on Him. Because so much going on in this world that can distract you. So many distractions. But God is the answer to any distraction in your life. He's the answer. He is the full, complete answer. Bring it to God, He will clear it up in a hurry. He'll give you instructions on how to proceed. But you got to trust Him to do just that. You got to trust Him. You know, you got to believe, you got to have that faith for Him to do it. What is your faith level like? What is your faith level like? Do you trust God to do it? You just simply got to trust God. And He will, as you heed to His voice, as you heed to His voice, He will lead you through troubled waters. You know, not that you're not going to ever have a problem again, but, you know, even in these tough times, He'll lead you through the troubled waters. I don't know. I don't know what goes on. Some people come, they land in the audience, and then some people they when they come on, they immediately get to the stage. I don't know what is going on with that, Mother Frazier, but I thank you for being here. But while you're on the stage, would you like to share a little bit about what I've been speaking on? I know you just kind of came in, but would you like to share a little bit? Yeah, I was in there, but see, I had to start. I had to start my room, and I had pushed it back. I was supposed to start at 5 o'clock, so okay, I'm gonna push it up to 5:30, but they were still going. I was like, I gotta go, y'all. So I had to back channel him and Anisha and let them know that I was gonna leave to start my room. But I thank you for coming up, though. Well, for being up. But would you like to share, though, a little bit about what I spoke on?
come into a room and hear somebody talking about God, because that's something that so many people have left out. And the scripture says we have left our first love. And so if we don't get back to our first love, there's no way that we're going to be able to have the faith that we need. You know, the scripture tells us that if we have faith as a grain of mustard seed, and a mustard seed, you can put it under your fingernail, but he wants that faith to grow and be, so we'll be able to move mountains and speak to things that get in our way. But I'm not going to take up all the time. I'm going to land my plane right here. But it is a blessing, and I encourage you to keep on going with your room, because God have many blessings for you to come. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Mother Frazier. I thank you so much for what you said, and definitely for your support. I so very much appreciate your support and what you said. And it's just so all about, like I said, hearing and heeding to the voice of God. That's what I live by. That's what I live by. That's how I'm able to get through hard times. I have to. That's just an automatic. I have to. I have to. I have to. And I'm not saying that that's because life can hit us hard. I think we can all say that we did not see this pandemic coming. I think we're all in agreement with that, right? We did not see this, no way, no how. But how many of you, though, can testify that he has brought me through, and he is continuing to bring me through? Now, how many can say that? I'm not saying there hasn't been no difficulties, but we're still here, because there's a lot of people that are not here. A lot of people. And I just don't take that lightly at all, because he left us here because he still has work for us to do. Hey, it said, look, you cannot die without fulfilling your purpose. If you are still here, you still have purpose. And you just got to believe and know that he has you here still for his purpose, for his glory. And I do not take that lightly. I am just going to continue in what God has for me to do. And I just thank God. I just thank God for what he has done. Definitely, if anyone else would like to, Mark or P, if you would like to share something about what I've said thus far, please feel free to ask to come up, and I will definitely bring you up to share. But I just thank God. I give God all the glory, all the honor, all the praise for 11 years of Thoughts for Vision. It is now presently existing as, of course, the blog will forever be there, the blog, and motivational speaking sector, as well as, of course, Clubhouse Room. So I just definitely can just ask your prayers to just keep me focused, just uh, as I will keep you in my prayers as well. I just give God all the praise, all of the honor, all of the glory for what he has done through Thoughts for Vision. And I just simply look forward to more, for more to come, for more doors to be open. And that's what he can do in all of our lives as we make ourselves available to him. As we make ourselves available to him. Hi, Ronnie. Thank you so much for joining me on Clubhouse. Thank you so much. Uh, and that's the bottom line. Are you willing to be able to make yourselves available to God?
Now, Miss Jackie, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
That's my brother, Pastor Ronnie Rio.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So I thought he was in Bishop Greg Davis' room today, but I wasn't for sure. But anyway, he might want to come up and say something. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, welcome so much for joining me here in my room. I so appreciate it. And definitely anyone, whoever wants to come up and share um or have some well wishes, please feel free to do just that. Just raise your hand and I'll be more than happy to bring you up, okay? But I so thank you all for joining me for this special occasion. 11 years. I mean, it's hard to believe as I look back, because I tell you, so many times I so thought to should I continue, should I stop? There's been times where I thought about stopping. And one of those things we look at, of course, in social media land, we worry about, the numbers, the likes, the this, the that. But I just stay true to, I can't worry about how many people are here. He just asked me to just open my mouth and share. So it gets to the point where you can't worry about the numbers. You really cannot, because it's not about the number.
Numbers, you would never do nothing. So
Right.
It's good, and that's why I was encouraging you is to keep your room going, because we're living in a time now. If we stop, it's nothing that's going to get done if we stop. Somebody's got to be first, and somebody's got to stand alone sometime. But that's all in it, and we should not mind for standing. Sometimes we're going to be alone. A lot of times we hear the song, when I go, if I have to go by myself, sometimes God is seeing who's going to go by themselves, and He'll provide the people to once you go.
Yep, and I tell you, when you think of the opposite, the flip side, those who have avoided social media and and doing stuff online, and now this pandemic came, and for some people, hey, they had to get to taking some crash courses on how to use the Zoom, or how to use Facebook Live, or especially the church. You definitely need to comment on that fact, where some people were like, "That's just of the devil." Well, you know what? You may want to get over that, or you're not gonna have no church service. Because you have to move the church services to online now. You know, especially during this time of pandemic. You have to, what I'm saying is so true. You have got to be willing to keep your mind open to the possibilities of how God has us reaching out to people. You know, you have got to be willing to open your mind and go into those deep waters. You know, some may happen, like a pandemic, that where you're gonna have to get tech savvy real quick, or you're not gonna have no choice church services or whatever you're doing. I mean, this is the way of the communication now, for sure. That's definitely what we had to experience in this year and some change.
That's it, absolutely. Because see, I wasn't intending to come in. I had just gotten off Bishop stage, And I just accidentally hit this app, and it just threw me right in your room. So there was a reason, because I thought you had gone and left and went home. So threw me right up on your stage.
Yeah, that was God. That was God that threw you on the stage. Yeah, God has us in place at the right time. I tell you. And that's really all I got to say, just for not just for Thoughts for Vision, but for my life as a whole. God led me. God guided me. God strengthened me. And He's continuing to do so. I just thank God. Um, He's my very breath. He's my very breath. Can't live without Him. It just makes you, it just does something to you when you say that. I mean, God is your very breath.
Can't because when I hit your this app, I was getting ready to turn over and take me a nap. Because I'm in the bed. I'm in the bed right now, but I'm gonna get back up. I'm not going to bed for the night. But anyway, that's what my brother and I be sharing all the time. Even if the pandemic gets over and done with, everybody still need to be savvy with the Facebook and this app, because right now this is just a way of life.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is it. Like I said, we didn't see this coming, but it's here now, and it didn't totally change the game. It didn't totally change the game. And we just got to be open to whatever doors God has for us, whether it's physical or virtual. Just be willing to walk through the doors that God is opening for you. Be willing to walk through those doors. God gives us instructions like that sometimes where it seems strange to us. But as the Bible says, His thoughts are not our thoughts. His ways are not our ways. You know, what may seem right to us, you know, God is thinking 1,000 times higher. I mean, his worst thought, if there's even such a thing to even say that, his worst thought is way better than our best thought on any given day. I'll take his worst thought any day above my best thought. I just stand on that. God would lead you.
Now, Miss Jackie, what time you close your room?
I'm probably gonna go for just another 10 minutes, because I know I'm be doing something near that time. But I definitely just thank everyone for coming. I thank you for coming. Thank you for taking the time to just share with me this momentous occasion. It's just hard to believe. 11 years of Thoughts for Vision and counting. And as I constantly say, as long as God continue to give me the breath in my body, Thoughts for Vision will continue on in how in however way He wants to be used. how he wants Thoughts for Vision used. I'm just open and willing to do so. And I definitely welcome you, as I constantly do on these special occasions. Definitely, if you want to be a blessing to Thoughts for Vision, I welcome you to do just that. Once again, broadcasting both here on Clubhouse and on Facebook Live. Thank you for so much for tuning in to this special Thoughts for Vision anniversary celebration. I definitely welcome you. Of course, if you want to be a blessing to Thoughts for Vision, definitely you can do so by PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, tag for all three across the board. It's Rich Sister One, RICHSISTAH1. And of course, remember with Cash App, you got to put the $ before the tag, okay? But otherwise, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, tag for all three across the board is Rich Sister One, RICHSISTAH1. The information is on the screen on Facebook Live. And of course, going to Clubhouse, if you click on my photo, lead you to my profile, you'll see the given information there as well. So I definitely welcome you to be a blessing during this anniversary time. Definitely welcome you to do just that if you want to be a blessing. And definitely, I just ask you to continue to keep up with Thoughts for Vision. So many things I've thought about, definitely for going into 2020. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2022, going into next year. I definitely put before you again, if you are interested in, because definitely another thing on my heart is for singles, because definitely I've been a part of like singles ministries, and I know I asked the question a few months ago, but I pose it again, definitely for going into 2022. Would you be interested in me, under the guise of Thoughts for Vision, starting a singles group? So I welcome you again to get back to me on that if that's something of interest to you. And Lord knows, I'm sure, no question, that will definitely start off as being virtual, with keep in mind everything going on with this pandemic and stuff like that. We can have starting off like virtual meetings via Zoom and stuff like that. Definitely, if you are interested, if that is of interest to you, I welcome you to email me, and you can email me at thoughtsforvision@yahoo.com. That's thoughts for vision, and for is the word for, FOR, vision, at yahoo.com. I have the email on the screen, and of course saying it on Clubhouse as well. Once again, feel free to email me at thoughtsforvision@yahoo.com. Once again, thoughtsforvision@yahoo.com. If you are...
Well, Miss Jackie, is all of that in your bio?
I believe well, definitely it'll lead you to my website, Jacqueline-Price.com, where definitely all of that information is there on my website, which is on the bio. So definitely go to my website, and all of that information definitely will be there. It's definitely on the profile here on Clubhouse. My bio and website, giving information, all of that is on my profile here on Clubhouse. So definitely,
okay, now,
yes.
Miss Jackie,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna keep interrupting you, but Where is the little? Now I thought you would have a little green house up at the top of your head. Where is the little
Oh,
green
well,
house?
I don't have a see because I don't have a club. I haven't started a club. The room is just
Okay.
yeah, the room is just under just my profile personally. I don't have a club. I'm debating whether I want to start a club for Thoughts for Vision because I have my Thoughts for Vision Facebook page, and I've had that for 2 years. So that's really the hub in which I have for people to join and hook up with. And definitely you can go to that by going to facebook.com/thoughts for vision. That's really what my main hub is for people, whether they want to join or not. So I've been debating whether to start a Thoughts for Vision club here on Clubhouse. I'm still kind of debating. So definitely, because I just been doing these rooms for I guess the last 3 or 4 months. So as I build more of an audience, maybe then I'll consider starting a Thoughts for Vision club. But until then, like I said, the hub is for now the Thoughts for Vision page on Facebook, and I'm going to put that on the screen here on Facebook Live. Once again, facebook.com/thoughts for vision. Once again, facebook.com/thoughts for vision. That is the Thoughts for Vision page. In fact, that's where I'm broadcasting right now via Facebook Live. So I welcome you if you have not uh, signed up to follow the Thoughts for Vision page. I definitely welcome you to go to Facebook and do just that. Once again, facebook.com/thoughts for vision. But definitely, as far as Clubhouse, like I said, for now, you can follow my profile as you click and follow the profile. Of course, I'll put up the link to Clubhouse here on the screen for Facebook Live as well. You can go to that link there to join my Clubhouse profile, okay, and follow me there. But yeah, I'm still, like I said, debating whether I want to do a Thoughts for Vision club here on Clubhouse. That's kind of still on the debate. I'm still thinking about it as I continue to grow my audience. I definitely wouldn't mind heading in that direction. It's still up in the air for now. Okay. Okay. And now my brother is on Facebook, Ronnie Real, and he has a broadcast where he come on every Saturday morning. So if you follow, you might want to follow him. I think you're already following me. You might want to follow him and kind of hook up with us on Saturday morning sometime at 8:00. Okay. And we'll follow you. Well, I'm already following you. Okay. I'll check your Facebook page out. Okay. I'll definitely keep up with you. If Ronnie, if you would love to come up to the stage, if you want to raise your hand, I'd be more than happy to come up and let you have words if you'd like, Ronnie. If you'd like to come up. Okay. And I'll set you
bring him on up. He'll give you his information.
Okay. Hi, Ronnie. How are you doing?
Good evening, good late evening. I'm doing just fine. I'm just chiming in, listening. I was just observing, trying to really see what was going on. I was certainly enjoying the information, and yeah, I saw my sister on here, and I said, well, let me stop by because I know she's always like myself, seeking good information, And I think you said you're celebrating 11 years, and I just want to say, congratulations and happy anniversary, and and continue to share your vision, and thoughts for vision. Continue to not worry a lot of time about. We used to do a thing at the church many years ago called pack the pew, and the Lord spoke to my heart during this pandemic. We've got to really look at where we are, where we come from, what we're doing, and we're not so much worried now in this season of life about packing the pew. We just trying to pack the few.
Like that.
I was I was observing and listening, and I was thinking to myself, I say, I'm the only one in here at this time listening. I said, but I'm still listening with the same ears that I would be listening with if there were 1,000 people in here. So, that's that. So, God's word is not going to ever go out and return void. So you're always, be encouraged. You're always doing good. You're always helping somebody when you speak the word of the Lord. And thank you so much.
Oh, and thank you. Thank you for those words, and thank you for your well wishes. And I so appreciate you very, very much, because I love what you said, packing the few. I like that. That is something to definitely remember, because yeah, and that this is the insta age where we just want stuff to happen quick and fast, but there's no rush to this thing. God just
Yes,
wants
ma'am.
us
Yes, ma'am.
to be
And I
available.
apologize. That's right. And our mother raised us, and she always taught us that whatever is worth doing, whatever you're doing, whatever is worth doing is worth doing your best at it. So if it's 2 or 3, if it's worth your time, then it's worth you giving your all. It's worth you giving your best. I've been pastoring for a number of years, and Pilgrim Rest Church, where I'm pastoring now, I've been December be 32 years, and many times I've been frustrated and felt like, as you said a minute ago, sometimes feel like giving up. But as long as you're there, I feel like wherever you are serving, He wants you. He never wants us to give less than 100% at it. Regardless of what we think about it, if you're there, He wants your best. So yeah, you're blessing people. You are doing a great job. Being encouraged. Noah didn't have a big congregation, but he kept preaching the truth, and it did rain. So be encouraged.
Oh, thank you so much. Ooh, thank you so much for that. And I definitely welcome you at this time to share with everyone about where they can keep up with you at, and all of you. I'd love for you to share at this time for everyone who would love to keep up with you and your ministry.
Okay, thank you. Well, I'm Ronnie Rio, pastor of Pilgrim Rest Church, West Memphis, Arkansas. And as I first stated, I've been blessed to be there 31, will be 32 years in second Sunday in December, Lord willing. And we're live via Facebook each Sunday about between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. I say that because sometimes we post a little late. We are Central Standard Time in West Memphis, Arkansas. So we're on our morning worship service every Sunday. We're there in person. Physical church, we're there at 9:30. Our Sunday school is at 8. But we do that Facebook at 12:30. Between 12:30 and 1, you can catch us live. Our service, time of service, and also I'm doing a ministry each Saturday morning at 8 a.m. called Real to Real. That's capital REAL to Real, REL, which we spell our last name with two E's, is entitled Real to Real Family Talk. And it is a family-based discussion. We deal with family foundation. We deal with family history and family legacies, and we're just encouraging families, people to try to find the good in your family, even in the worst person or the worst family member. There's a little good in the worst of us, and there's a little bad in the best of us. So it's family based. You can follow us every Saturday morning at 8 a.m.
Write it down, Miss Jackie. I'm gonna go back on mute now.
Oh, I've done you one better, because like I said, I'm doing this via Facebook Live, so it's got
Yeah.
the so all I need to do is go back and listen to the Facebook Live. So
Okay.
definitely.
I did actually click over on Facebook. I did see you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Send me a friend request. Both of you definitely on Facebook. Send me a friend request, and I'll definitely keep up with you, as well as, or definitely I can look for you as well. And because your info is on your Clubhouse, right?
I don't know a lot about Clubhouse, but I'm all over Facebook. It's
Oh.
just Ronnie Real, and it's the Pilgrim Rest Church, Missionary Baptist Church. But you can find me by my name, Ronnie Real, and you can see everything that we're doing. Cause even the church services are also posted on Sundays on my page as well.
Okay. Definitely I will search you out, and definitely keep up with you and check out your services. I definitely will.
Well, thank you. And where are you from? Where's your home state?
Oh, I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh,
You're on
Lord,
the East
where?
Coast.
No, the West Coast.
That's the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'm in.
I got you, Miss Jackie. I just pulled your.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Just definitely definitely keep up with me on Facebook, on Clubhouse, and definitely I will follow you all as well and check out your services. I will definitely do that.
Thank you so much. You're more than welcome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and thank you for being a part of this special celebration. I'm too excited to see what God has in store, as I just continue to be open to open to Him, and just have that tuned ear to His voice. I just simply say to God be the glory. To God be the glory for what He's done in my life. I praise and thank God for what He has done in your lives as well. And just continue to see, as time goes on, as each day passes, what He has as of yet to unfold. Because as long as He continues to give us breath in our bodies, He still has a plan for us and a purpose for us, and wants us to be used. I often say there is no such thing as retirement. there really is not. Not when you're being used for God. There is no such thing as a retirement.
Miss Jacqueline. Excuse me. What color is your dress that you got on Facebook? I'm trying to make sure I got the right one. It says Jacqueline Price.
Are you talking about my profile picture?
Yes.
The profile picture, it's a red and black. I mean,
Okay,
like a
that's the
red.
wrong one.
Yeah, if it's easier to go by, to give you the link, it's facebook.com/rich sister, which is spelled RICHSISTAH. If you look that up, you'll specifically get my profile. It would be facebook.com/rich sister. Like I said, it's spelled RICHSISTAH. Well, with that, oh, you back. Great. Did you
Then I
see
knocked
it?
myself out the room.
Yeah, you were out, but you came back. But what I was
Okay.
saying is, if you want to go to my specific Facebook page, it's at facebook.com/rich sister, which is RICHSISTAH. And that'll lead
Okay.
you to my
Okay.
specific page.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. But with that, that is going to wrap up the broadcast in the clubhouse room for tonight. Definitely thank you both, Mother Frazier, Pastor Ronnie. Thank you so much for joining me here on Clubhouse and just being an encouragement to me. I so very much appreciate the both of you so very, very much for your well wishes and your encouraging words. And I thank you all out there who was watching via Facebook Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you missed any part, if you're on Facebook Live, if you missed any part of this broadcast, I welcome you to tune in and check out the replay. Definitely welcome you to do just that. And once again, continue to keep up with Thoughts for Vision. Okay. Definitely anything that you need to know about me, like I said, as a whole, go to my website, Jacqueline-Price.com. Once again, Jacqueline-Price.com. And all of the information leading to everything will be right there. Once again, go to my website, www.jacqueline-price.com. Definitely for those of you watching via Facebook Live, you want to join me and follow me on Clubhouse. There's the link on the screen to do just that, to follow me on Clubhouse. And definitely for those of you who are on Clubhouse, if you have yet to follow me, definitely click on my photo. That'll lead you to my profile, and you can follow me and keep up with any further rooms that I do. Okay? Just stay tuned. Just looking for so many other things to come as we are leaving this year, going into 2022. Just nothing but big things and great things for us all. Okay? Just stay tuned to God and listen with a tuned ear to what He is speaking you in this season. Okay? With that, thank you so much for tuning in to this special Thoughts for Vision 11th anniversary celebration. Like I said, you missed any part of this broadcast via Facebook Live, please feel free to tune in to the replay. And if you're not following me on Clubhouse, please feel free to do so at the link posted on the screen below to continue to follow me and keep up with me, okay? With that said, thank you so much for tuning in. Those of you who are on Clubhouse, thank you for coming into the room and sharing your thoughts. Those of you on Facebook Live, Thank you for tuning in. Any part of this broadcast you missed, check out the replay, okay? Take care, and you all have a wonderful and blessed night. Thanks for tuning in.